Good night, dear.
Okay, you know what I'm going to be seeing in my front yard? This right here. It's from Bernini. It's a 5-in-1 cordless fluted fountain that has a timer to it as well. This is amazing because when you look at it, you may think that it's made of concrete or stone. It's not. Wait until you hear what it's actually made out of. When you look at it, you may think that somebody had to run a whole bunch of plumbing and a lot of electricity wires underneath in order to be able to get this on. No, 4D batteries. That's all that it took. And by the way, how long do those 4D batteries last? Well, if you had it on the 1-hour timer, 200 days. 200 days on that 1-hour timer. 100 days on the 2-hour timer. You've got the ability to go ahead and change it up. That's all good news. What's the bad news? Well, we have only 380 to go around, and that is our final quantities of this. It's a clearance price of $119.99. That means it's not coming back. Our last 3 colors are available. And oh, how do you turn it on? Well, you simply just press a button, and that's it. And then you have all of this amazing luxury coming to you, and that sound as well. Let me show you your color options. What you see up front, that one's called the alabaster. This one, by the way, alabaster, there's 50 of, and that's all that remain. Then that's gone, and when it's gone for good. Here in the center, we have the bronze with 80 that remain. And then this is the one that I have in my front yard. There's 250 in the gray, and that is all. Your item number is M93906. This does break apart into 5 different pieces to help walk us through what the specific pieces are. We're gonna bring in Kevin Riley here with us. What's up, Kevin?
Hey, Justin.
Nice to see you. Thanks for being here.
Good to see you. Thanks for having me.
All right, let's talk about Bernini, because when it comes to fountains at QVC, Bernini is who we think of.
They're the guys, and they took a while, but John and Jack over at Bernini, they wanted to come up with a great material that is lightweight, UV resistant, and also easy to put together. And I'll show you in a little bit just how easy it is to put together this 5-piece fountain.
Well, when we were calling it a 5-piece, it's because if you're using it in the tabletop version, number one, I love what you did with the tea lights in here that are floating. I'm totally doing that back at my house. I think that's awesome. But you used the base here to be able to put some bird seed in and use that as a bird seed like feeder. You use the other part of the base here as a planter for the flowers, and then the other part here as like a little tree.
Absolutely.
Love it.
We've seen so many different cool ideas from our fans. We've seen people put luminar candles in them. We've seen people use succulent gardens. And also, if you want, you can just have the tabletop fountain with just this space instead of it just being flush with the table. But so the 5 different options, it gives you so many different ways to customize it. And when you get the 3 different spray patterns, there's even more different ways to customize it.
Getting this at home, your shipping is reduced in half. We're talking not $18, but rather $9.98. You also, if you were to go out and compare this at retail, you would pay $239.99 for this. Today, $119.99 or $120 less. But here's the big question everybody has, Kevin. When we get this at home, the install process, it's got to be difficult. It's a fountain. If you think of a fountain, you think of it being something that's hard to do.
So you might need to call the plumber, call the electrician, but not with this one. This one, the only thing you need is 4 D-cell batteries to put, and it'll last up to 200 days. But all these pieces we see on the ground, all of these are modular and they screw in together. And I'm going to show you.
You don't need any tools.
No, you don't. Fresh out of the box, it's you can put it together. It might take longer to open up the box. And
you don't need to take the day off.
No, you don't.
Because it's not going to take long to put together, as Kevin said. Do we have a timer that's available? Can we time Kevin as we do this?
Oh, no.
Because I kind of want to put it to the test and see. If we don't, I'm going to time it down here. So, Kevin, you ready in 5 seconds?
5 seconds.
Oh, actually, we're going to bring one up. So we're going to have one up. Let's just show you really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different pieces. As you see Kevin put this together, notice how, like he said, it's just one piece screws into the other. So that means no tools whatsoever. All right, Kevin, and go.
All right, so you start with your base and you go with your first smaller planter, I like to call it.
First one's on.
Now, if you wanted, you could actually do these reverse. So you could do 2 different ways.
It's flying through here.
Let's see. Put on the bowl, and then we're going to put on our topper with our fountain already in it. And then we got to put the water in first.
Add the water
we can't cheat. I'll let you press the A, though. Turn it on.
Okay, so let's go ahead and hit that now. All of a sudden, it's going to start sucking up the water there, and then we're done. So 26, you actually started at 2, so I actually think we have a record here that in 20 what really was 24 seconds, we now have a fountain that's up and running. That's crazy, Kevin.
It can hold 2 to 3 gallons of water, I would recommend, but if you want, you can go all the way up to about 5 gallons, and if you really want that, it changes the sound, the different amounts of water.
How much you have,
and
based off of how low it's hitting.
And we have talked about before, like the fountain, it adds sight, and when we go to our gardens, we want to see the colors, we want to smell the flowers, but what we often forget is we can have the sounds as well, and there really is something special and very serene and calming about the trickling of water.
Well, look, we can, for the next 10 seconds, let's not say a thing. Okay, it's hard for me not to talk for 10 seconds, so I gave you 6 instead. But you heard that calming sound of the water. That is what you're going to have every single time that you come home. Where is it that you normally hear that sound? Maybe when you go to a spa, when you go to that high-end luxury resort, when you go to the hotel that has multiple stars after it. That's normally when you hear this sound. Or maybe it's that upscale restaurant. Everything that is luxurious in life has running water that's there. And now you can bring that luxury to your home without having to hire an electrician, without having to hire a plumber, and without having to pay the comparative retail value of $240. Instead, your easy payment is just $30 a month. The shipping and handling is reduced in order to be able to bring this home. We are giving you an incredible deal, but I want to know, I'm using this outside. Can I use it inside?
So we want you to use it outside in the spring and the summer, but if you wanted to bring it indoors for the winter, or if you're having a nice fancy dinner party and you want to have a nice centerpiece like we are here, absolutely. We know people who have used them for their yoga rooms or meditation rooms, or and also in the awning when they walk in. So with the timer, it allows you to customize how often you want it to go off. So you can actually have it go off when you come home from work. So as soon as you walk in, it's ready to go. It's waiting for you, and it helps you kind of brings you home, calms down, get the blood pressure down a little bit.
I'll tell you what, to have this waiting for me when I come home at the end of the day, maybe pour a little glass of wine and just relax, sounds fantastic. In fact, that sounds like something you would normally do on vacation. What if you made your home your vacation place? What if your house was your oasis? I'll tell you, for me, it's my front porch. I have this on my front porch. In fact, I have it in this color over here. This one is going to be your gray. We also have it in the bronze. And then finally, our most limited is the alabaster with just 3 dozen. Oh my gosh, this is so popular. Kevin, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here. Good to see you. Great spending the time gardening with you as well. If you want to go back and if you missed anything in this show, like maybe the big deal hummingbird feeder that should be $74, but is only less than $37, head on over to QVC.com. You can shop the show, see everything that was in there. It was New and Bloom, Home and Garden Edition for our last 2 hours, but I have one more hour with you.